What is up, guys? This is your one and only Wild Rocker, and today I have some new information for you about Mortal Kombat X. And I've been dying for like new Mortal Kombat information, and we finally got some, so fuck yeah. Anyways, as you can see on your screen right now, we do have a character reveal today, and a lot of people were kind of speculating on who it was yesterday because we kind of got like a teaser pic. And now we know today. And the character that has been revealed for MKX as of today, right now, is Katana. And holy shit, like that's all I gotta say. Like, cause I'm speechless. Now, a lot of people are like, well, Wild Rocker, like, are you really a fan of Katana? And to be honest, I'm not. But I learned how to use her in Mortal Kombat X or Mortal Kombat 9, sorry. And I decided to, give it a shot with her, and I really did like her. Now, as for her being revealed, honestly, I think that was kind of disappointing because I was expecting someone, different. It's just like one of those things where you think a character is going to be in, and you assume it, but I'm not saying that they may be in. I mean, it's a high possibility that they might not be in. Like everyone expects, like Liu Kang or Kung Lao to be in, and ironically, Kung Lao is in, as most people don't know already. And but as for Liu Kang, we still don't know. A lot of people still think that he's died from the MK9 story. And if anyone thinks that, you're wrong, because he did not die. Okay, he got burnt to a fucking crisp and knocked the fuck out, but he didn't die from it. Otherwise, they would just leave his body there, when they teleported away with him. Well, anyways, that's a different story. But let's talk about Katana. Now, originally I was going to make a discussion about her and her possibly being in Mortal Kombat X. And, just by actually looking, I'm just like, wow, obviously she's in. And, just looking at her actual design and costume and everything. And even though I'm not a fan of Katana, ha 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 ha, I just made a little joke. No, anyway, okay, seriously. Even though I'm not a fan of her, it's just, her actual design, I'm looking at it right now, like you guys are, and it's just like, wow, this is something that I could expect her to be. This is something that I, honestly, it depends because like there's a side of Katana that I want to see as like a princess, and to have like a princess wardrobe, with the hair, braid it straight up, like a princess should be, and I thought that would have been kind of cool. Now, as for her being an assassin, because I think around this time of Mortal Kombat, she might be an assassin for Shao Kahn. I'm not too sure. But just her actual look just looks like the way she should for an assassin. It's her hair. And if you look really closely at her face looks almost exactly the same as it did in Mortal Kombat 9. And I actually liked her face back in Mortal Kombat 9. I actually liked everything about her. And, just looking at it, it looks really cool. It looks like the fans got a lot of more details and all that. And her actual, I guess, like pants, they actually look like assassin pants or assassin boots, if you want to call it that. Now, there is video gameplay. If you guys want to see this, there is actual video gameplay of this on YouTube, and I'll actually post a link in that in the video down below. And just actually, seeing some of the gameplay over, it's not. I really can't judge because it's like we didn't have enough to see, and yeah, I get that she's revealed and, we haven't seen anything, but in that video in particular, we actually seen a little bit more of gameplay from Kung Lao. We actually seen some gameplay of Kung Lao, which was pretty cool, and there was this move, and they did show a little bit of his X-ray, and I hope to God that it's not like it was in Mortal Kombat 9. And, I'm not saying it was, Mortal Kombat 9's X-rays were bad or anything. I'm just saying that I don't want to see the same stuff. Because as for, your traditional move lists, such as Katana's, fan lift, and her fan throw, yeah, that's in. We did see gameplay of that, so that is confirmed. But it's just like, I wish they would have something different, yeah. As as Mortal Kombat veterans that we are, or people that are new to Mortal Kombat, they'll see that a lot of people like the nostalgia feel, and they like the signature moves that each character has because it's their signature move. But the thing is that I wish that we would have something new for each character, and but keeping the same, the same, specialties that they have. But it's just like As for Kung Lao, in actual video gameplay, there was something that he did, and I don't know if you guys ever seen this movie before, and you're probably gonna be like, "What?" And I was actually gonna post like a video clip of it, but there is a video. It's called Ip Man, IP Man. Well, it's not IP, but it's called Ip Man, right? Hold on for a second. And well, anyways, so I'm just like, okay. So I start watching this video. Well, anything, he's fighting this guy, and when he fights him, he kind of goes like, like this fucking slow, like well, not slow, but like this, in this position with his fist, and he just like starts ramming the shit out of this guy's chest, and even when he's on the ground, he's like he just keeps going. Well, anyways, I seen something that was very similar to that with Kung Lao in the new gameplay. And that was one of the moves, like, even in any Mortal Kombat that I've ever seen, that I was always hoping that somebody had, where they just went fucking crazy, Now, Kung Lao, he did have something like that in Mortal Kombat 9. And I think it was like on the PS3 version, I think it was just like triangle, square. And he had kind of like do it really fast. And so people would do it with like both their thumbs. And then he would just go, like that. And it was like, I think like maybe 6 or 7 hits, like right off the spot. Well, I think they brought that back, but kind of made it more realistic. And it looks pretty fucking badass. So, I mean, if you guys have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about, go back and check the video, because like there is one part where Kung Lao is actually just like pounding the shit out of someone's chest, and it just looks fucking amazing. So I gotta, I pay attention to little stuff like that. Now actually for it showed Katana's Fatality as well. I don't want to spoil it for anyone that wants to spoil it. I don't want to spoil it if anyone wants to spoil it. No, I don't want to spoil it if anyone does not want to be spoiled with it. But anyways, I don't think that it's the full Fatality, but if it was, I mean, in my own opinion, that's kind of like, yeah, seriously. I'm a critic when it comes to this shit. I don't know why, but I just am. And with her fatality that she does on Kano, so spoilers ahead. She actually, I think it looks like, I can't really tell because of how dark it was in the video. And if I'm wrong, please correct me. But it looked like that she took her fans and cut off his hands. I think it was his hands. I'm not too sure. And actually, he fell on the ground, and she would actually take her blades, her fan blades, and kind of like go like this, like both of them like this, and just shove them into Kano's forehead. And right before it ends, you see the top part of his head, flop off, exposing the brain and everything. Well, a lot of people don't realize is that she also cut like right here above the forehead, and right here like across the mouth. So right before the actual video ends, you actually see like this part actually fall to the side, but right before it's about to fall, it says who's next, and I think that might show more gruesomeness to the fatality. I don't know if that's like if that's the fatality, like that's all of it, or there might be another part to it. I don't know. Now, because of like how extreme Kung Lao's fatality was in Mortal Kombat 9 when everyone first seen that, and you guys know exactly which one I'm talking about, the Buzzsaw fatality. Um, that was like a big shocker, like no, I'm just no, it was a big shocker because it was fucking like holy shit. And I think for me, the one of the most like oh my god moments was and I love gore, guys. I love gore. I love guts and blood, all that shit. But the one that really shocked me the most from Mortal Kombat 9 was probably Kung Lao's second, not second fatality. I mean that's the second one that probably freaked me out the most. But the number one would probably be Noob Saibot's Make a Wish fatality, and a lot of people exactly know what the fuck I'm talking about. And if you don't know, it's when Noob Saibot rises a clone from the shadows and actually grabs the opponent by the feet and hands and starts pulling them apart like a wishbone, crotch up, mind you, until nothing, like the head's stuck, and it's just like, and then on the tip there's her head, and they pull it off. I was just like, oh god, like I ain't gonna lie, I think I probably threw up the first time. I didn't throw up. I definitely got nauseous. But anyways, if we could see more creative ideas like that in Mortal Kombat X, I would fucking love that. And as for seeing like Kung Lao's fatality in Mortal Kombat 9, it makes me wonder, because we haven't seen anything as for fatality-wise for Kung Lao for Mortal Kombat X yet. It makes me wonder, are we going to get anything that's worth doing? You know, I mean, granted, yeah, some of the fatalities are fucking amazing, you know, but sometimes you get them ones that are kind of really shitty, you know. And if you want a perfect example, look at Deadly Alliance, Quan Chi's fatality. You know, he would stretch the head, and they would look like a fucking giraffe, and then they just die. Which I don't even think there was any blood in that fatality. Anyway, not just that, I gotta put this one in there, even though it doesn't really count. But with Mortal Kombat versus DC and Kano's fatality, the fucker did a cannon, like not even cannonball, like he threw him on the ground and then he jumped on him, and then that was it. I mean, there was no blood or anything, which I get from, you know, Mortal Kombat versus DC movie. Hopefully not. And you know, it was just like, what the fuck? Like, it was probably the most disappointing ever. It was just horrible. But hopefully they don't do the same mistake as for not being creative, you know, and actually have an imagination. I say, you know, why not have a survey or some type of voluntary thing where they actually take suggestions from the actual fans and use their ideas as for fatalities. Now, obviously, I would give them credit if they were, if you know, if I worked at NRS and I was to do this, because some of the fans out there actually do have some creative minds and actually plan a fatality. I mean, they really do get in depth. And then you get other ones that are, it's like, yeah, it sounds good, but in order to visually see it, probably is not going to look so well, you know, and I understand that. You know, I have some fatalities too that are too complex or too simple, you know. And, you know, but some people out there actually do have some very, very good fatalities. And I would suggest NRS to actually get more in tune with the actual fans, because the fans are what made this game what it is right now. And to be honest, I mean, it's just like, holy shit. Like, this is probably, and I haven't even played the thing yet, and this is probably just visually the most perfect Mortal Kombat I've ever seen. I mean, okay, even though I was never a fan of Quan Chi, which most of you all know that, the way that they made him look was phenomenal. I cannot stress that enough. Now, the way that they made Katana, which she kind of looks like she's got her little assassin, you know, like she's supposed to be an assassin, that's something not just me, but a lot of people wanted, and it looks fucking phenomenal. The way that they did Kung Lao, where he kind of looks like an old Grandmaster, kind of, well, not Grandmaster, but, you know, he's kind of up there in the years now. I always thought that would kind of look cool with Kung Lao, you know, and even though he might be an old man, you know, it doesn't mean he can still fucking chop you to pieces, you know. So it's kind of cool, because it's like, you don't want to fuck with that old guy, because that old guy could fucking do a tornado and like kill you, you know. So, but anyways, you know, and all the other characters like Cassie Cage, you know, Farron, Tor, Devora. I kind of like Devora, to be honest. And you know, and we just, you know, in that video it was showing a little preview of Goro too. So, and which a lot of people don't realize, but I remember Ed actually posting a tweet a long time ago. I'd say probably about 2 months ago. He did say that there was actually going to be a Goro trailer coming soon, and I don't know if it was in the months to come before the game release or the actual month of game release. But either way, I don't know the official date, but I do know this, that we are getting one, so you guys can relax on that. Now, I did, and people were like, dude, did you finally do it? And I'm like, yeah. And I finally ordered Mortal Kombat X for PS3. Well, after I ordered it, and about almost a week later, I kind of got to thinking, you know, if I really want to get up to date with next-gen consoles and everything, I should probably buy a next-gen console. You know, that would make perfect sense, right? So I actually went out and bought me a PlayStation 4. Now, a lot of people are like, dude, you know, and I'm just like, yo, and they're just like, welcome to the generation. And I'm just like, thank you. You know. Well, anyways, you know, so yeah, I am getting a PS4. It should be arriving tomorrow. And yes, I did pre-order Mortal Kombat X for the PS4 too as well, which that's gonna be all new to me, and you know, trying to figure all that out. So great. Now, as for the copy that I have for the PlayStation 3, I think I might be doing a giveaway, because I am going to start live streaming on Mortal Kombat X for the PlayStation 4, so definitely expect that in the future. So even after the game comes out, do not, you know, be disappointed, because there's going to be more videos on the way. Now, as for my next video, it will, and I will just pretty much flat out say it, it will be Jade for the character discussions. So this has been Wild Rocker, and I'll see you guys next time in the next video. Peace out.